drink juice from the
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always tuning back to my videos. My name is Mama Atarah and I am a mama of two. I do vlogs on motherhood and lifestyle. I have two babies. My first one is a baby girl. She is 2 years and a month. I don't know how many. And my son is 1 year. He just turned 1 year last month. I have two toddlers, guys. I have two toddlers. Anyway guys, in today's video we're gonna be discussing my baby's milestones. This is a topic I really love. I don't know, I think every mom always enjoys the baby's milestones. Our babies are always growing day in day out, so I hope guys you're gonna stay tuned to hear all about my potty training experience with my child. I hope you subscribe, like, comment and share. So guys, potty training, I know you clicked onto this video because potty training, maybe you want to potty train your child and you don't know where to start. So potty training is such an exciting experience, but also it's very challenging, and I must say I have come with tips because my daughter is fully potty trained as of now. She doesn't wear any diapers, and also when she goes to bed she doesn't wear any diapers. With this economy we have to do things faster. Yeah, so I'm so happy that my daughter is fully potty trained because we don't get to buy her diapers. We only just buy diapers for my son, which is, you know, such a good thing for us at the moment, because honestly guys, I don't have babies if you're not prepared to spend. We decided to potty train Atarah when she was 1.5 years. And the first thing I did actually was buy a potty because I wanted her to see the potty, see other kids using a potty, and maybe she would just get into the training immediately once she saw the potty. And at first she was so excited. I wanted her to first know how to sit on it, so I'd put her on the potty while still wearing the diapers, and she really liked it. But it was so funny to her. And then also the other thing I had noticed, I used to see her go whenever she wanted to help herself, she would like go to a corner and do her business, and I figured maybe this would be a really good time for her to have a potty. So that's actually when we decided. It was around 1.5 or 1 and 7 months, so that's when we decided to get the potty. First it was the signs of going to do her business, like the corners of the house where she'd hide herself. So that was our first indication that maybe she'd be ready. And then also when we bought the potty, we would tell her whenever you feel like poop, you just go and sit on the potty, and she used to be so excited about it. So after some time she used to, like, whenever she wanted to, you know, poop or pee, she'd go to her corner. And then when we realized she was going to the corner, we'd tell her, Mama, use the potty, and she'd like literally throw the potty on you.
I don't want peace, I want problems always.
One time she actually threw the potty on my mom. She was here, so my mom wanted her to go to the potty, and she really did one. It was so funny, honestly. She never used to like the potty for a minute. Yeah, she was like, I'm not ready, I don't want it, fine doing my business here at the corner. So after some time we just let it be, and she used to say this is the potty, but she never used to go for it. Even when you tell her, Mama, you can pee, after having like so many drinks, she wouldn't. Apologies guys for the noise. So eventually I decided, when she was 2, I decided that I wanted it to be something that I was actively doing to potty train her. Because honestly, guys, buying diapers and all, you just want to get her potty trained and move on to the next thing. So what I did was, because I training her myself was very challenging, because it has to be a consistent routine, and I wasn't consistent because of work. I wasn't available. um, Even when I made myself available, I'd be only available like one day, and then the next day I had so many other things to do. So I decided to take her to the daycare. There's a friend of mine who had told me she took her baby to the daycare, and everything just fell into place. Her daughter started going to potty. So I was like, maybe let me take her to the daycare, and she will learn how to potty train, she'll learn how to talk, because she's interacting with other kids. And for every daycare that I went to inquire about, I always inquired about potty training and speech therapy, and most of them used to do that. And I decided on one of the daycares that I felt was like really good. They didn't have so many kids they were taking care of, and I knew my daughter would get the best from that daycare. So once she started going to the daycare, her teacher told me, make sure when you bring her, just bring her extra innerwears, and make sure she's not wearing any diapers. And I was like, what?
Guy, Muadani, Jehovah, Guy.
So she will, like, honestly, as a mom, I feel like you never ever want to make anyone responsible for your child, like for your child's mess. You just want to be the only one who takes care of their mess. You don't want anyone to resent you because they're taking care of your child and stuff like that. Personally, for me, that's how I feel. And if you feel the same way, please comment down below. So I really was wondering how that would go. When we took her the first day, when she came back home that specific day, she would know when the poop was coming, when the pee is coming, but she didn't know exactly at what point. So she would still like wet herself. But before she wet herself, she would say, it's just that it wasn't very fast. And I was like, wow, this is such good. And it was the first day. I was like, this is such a good thing, because now she knows whenever she wants to pee, whenever she wants to poop. Then the next day, guys, she pooped on her potty. Imagine! I was so excited. Actually, I wasn't even here. My nanny took a picture of her on the potty and she sent it to me, and I was so excited to come back home. And the same day, she also went to pee on the potty. I was so excited. Like, we were clapping for her. She used to she would say, Mom, look, I've peed, and we would clap for her. I'm like, good job, Mama. Then she really, really loved telling everyone, like, I've pooped, I've peed, Nime Susu. That used to like excite her. I was really excited about that. And guys, I was so happy. I was so happy. So the third day, she also went and peed. Like, honestly, since the third day, I think she had like maybe 2 or 3 accidents up to this date. Like, she's never had any accidents apart from like 2 times since she started going to daycare, and that's like now, I don't know if it's 3 months or 2 months. She started going to daycare in July, so, and we're in October, and she's only had 2 accidents. So I started wondering how it would be in the mall, and even in the malls she would tell me she wants to do, and I would take her to, like, she can never be on herself. She always says nataka kususu. Even hata tukiwa wapi, I will always stop. There's a time I was in the matatu, and was it a matatu? Yeah, I was in a matatu with her, and she said she wanted to susu. So I had to tell the conductor to stop the car because my daughter wanted to susu. So we stopped. She susued, and then we got back to the mat. It was so nice. Like, she never had any accidents whatsoever. I'm really so proud of her, and I always tell her she's always so happy to hear the good words and the good encouragement. So that's something big for her. Then I think after a week, my nanny was like, I think we should also check, because now she really knows and she's into like taking care of herself, and she doesn't really want to be on herself. Maybe we should also introduce it at night, so we make sure she doesn't sleep with a diaper, and we wake her up. I'm like, are you sure we're gonna do this? She told me, yeah, we're gonna do this. And guys, for sure, immediately we stopped uh having her on diapers even during night time. We would wake her up. At first it was 2 times, and she would be actually on the potty. You just wake her up, you put her on the potty, and you just turn her to the bed, and she sleeps. So nowadays she wakes up one time, and because now she sleeps by herself, I always wake up and I go to her room, get her, wake her up. I just never like wake her up, kabisa. I just pick her up and then put her on the potty. She pees, and then I turn her back to her bed, and she continues to sleep. So we've had like really few accidents during the night, and most of the time actually it's like probably I've forgotten to wake her up. And but apart from those few times, she never pees on the bed, though we still have her on the backing torch in case she has any accidents during the night. That's how potty training has been going for us. And even for me nowadays, I always tell people, if you're not able to get your child to potty train, just get her to the next daycare near you. They always take care of these needs. They will always take care of your kids. Like, just make sure. For me, I needed to take my daughter to a daycare that didn't have so many people, like so many babies, because I want like attention on my baby. So that's why I really needed to make sure I took her to a daycare that didn't have many babies, that wasn't very busy with many kids. So that's one thing I always tell my friends who want to put a train, like, if you can get her to a daycare that takes care of those things and you're a busy mom, then just go ahead and get the help, because for you to do it yourself, I feel like even Atarah watching other kids go pee and like being appreciated, she really likes that. I feel like my daughter is those kids, affirmations. They really need the assurance, the acknowledgement. So you have to do it so that every time she knows, if I'm gonna pee on that potty, my mom is gonna acknowledge it, my family is gonna acknowledge it, and they're gonna be proud of me. So that's who my daughter is. So tips for potty training. First, you need to watch out for the signs that your kid is ready. So if your child is going to the corner to pee, to poop, you already know that's like the first sign that your child is really ready. That like it's like they know the environment. They feel like this is a private moment and I need to use a potty, or I need to go to a corner, seclude myself to do my business. You already know that child is ready. So get them a potty and what are they called? Training pants. I didn't get Atarah one, but I feel like I could have done it myself if I got her training pants, so that once you keep on peeing on yourself, I think maybe you'll realize. But also it just helps to reduce like many accidents. So training pants are really good, and also get a potty. Second thing is patience. Potty training needs a lot of patience. Like, you can buy the potty and your child doesn't want to use it, and you really don't want to force your own issues on your child. So for me, what I'd advocate is just be patient with your child. Read the room, read your child. If they're not interested at the moment, that's okay. Maybe that's not their time. So just take go with their timeline. Don't force potty training. Honestly, for me, that's something with my motherhood journey. I made sure I'll never force my kids into like potty training, uh going to the potty, that is feeding. Like those are things that I was like, I'm never gonna force my kids. I'm just gonna work with their timelines. Whenever a child is ready, I think it's easier to manage the trading. Three is consistency. Make sure you're consistent. Like, and that's why for us, we decided, we, in as much as she knows how to use the potty during the day, we're still gonna make sure she uses the potty during the night, and we're gonna do it every single day. Even the our teachers at the daycare, they told us, you have to make sure she doesn't wear the diaper. Make sure she doesn't go to the diaper. So you have to be consistently reminding her to go to the potty, ask her if she wants to go to the potty, and yeah, making sure the routine goes on, especially with toddlers. Toddlers, they really do well with routine. Just make sure they're on point. If they're drinking too much water before they go to sleep, you make sure they are peeing on their potty. If they wake up, make sure they pee on the potty. During the night, make sure you wake them up to pee on the potty. And at some point, they'll just get the rhythm, and they will always ask for the potty them themselves. So consistency is something that you need to have. Last one is acknowledgement. Make sure you acknowledge all these proud moments. The babies really, really love them. Atarah, just let me tell you, she just used to say, "Oh man, Miss Susu, look, I'm susued," and then you clap for her. She'd feel so happy. She always smiles. Actually, up to this point, at some point, she even an adult, anyone who used to go to the toilet, they'd be like, "Ah, mommy, I miss Susu. Good. Dad, I miss Susu. Good. Ryle, I miss Susu." Like, it was so nice. Sure, sure, I miss Susu. Like, she even acknowledges other people's going through the susu. So going to the toilet, sorry. So that is something we have always been doing with her, making sure we tell her we are proud of her and affirming her that she's doing really good. That's it from me. If you have any potty training tips, please comment down them below and share. I'm so sure there's so many people who would want to get the tip. Just be generous and comment down below all the tips that you have, and I'm sure it's gonna help someone. And thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I really enjoyed filming it. It was such a fun video to do, remembering all those funny moments and exciting moments that we had while for teaching my daughter. We really had a fun time as well as a challenging time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I put up a new video. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.